How's it going, everyone? My name is Tyler Valencia and I am your Balance Ambassador. Today we're talking microphones. What type of microphone should I be using for my online or recorded classes? Big topic, and it's for a good reason. Microphones are super important, but there's so many options out there, and we're gonna mostly go through two different options today, and we're gonna do some tests a little bit later. Before we jump into that, let's first talk about what type of microphones? What should I be looking at? What should I be considering? And the answer to that is it's going to be dependent on your class. What type of class am I teaching? Can you get away with some things out there that work but probably aren't the best? Sure. It's almost like comparing it to exercises. Are there exercises out there that they might work for my client but not really applicable? Same thing with microphones. You want to find the right tool for the right job. You think about it. Teaching workouts online, whether streaming or recorded, you're moving side to side. You're going front to back. You're up and down. It's not like you're just sitting in one stationary place and teaching your class. You're moving. It's constant moving. So therefore, you want to find something that is applicable to your workout. With lavalier microphones, that's going to be an option, in my opinion. That's going to be a catch-all. Whether you are going side to side, up and down, on the ground, jumping, it's going to be an option that sticks with you. And whether you are doing these types of movements, it's going to work. I'm wearing one right now, a lavalier microphone. And as I'm moving, the sound is staying the same because it's staying in the same position right here. The other one I'm going to mention is a shotgun microphone. This one is going to be placed near your camera. Typically, there's attachments that go on top of the camera. And with these ones, it's just pointing in one direction. And it's going to be something that is going to be dependent on how close you are and where your location is, dependent on where that microphone is placed. So there's going to be some limitations there. It's really what type of format are you teaching? What are the needs? And then lastly, what is my budget? That's going to be a huge thing. Microphones, they can be costly. It's a pay for what you get item. Lavalier microphones, I have had experience with them where I've gotten the cheap one. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. It's doing the job, but I can't tell you how much audio I've lost, video gone because I bought something cheap. This one, this is the Rode Go. I highly recommend it. A lot of instructors that I know utilize it, and it's for a good reason. Rode, recognizable company. Durable, it's gonna last. Check it out. It's in the 150 to 200 range. Make sure you check out different platforms that are selling it. You might get a better deal. Shotgun microphones, this is actually a cheap one here. And I think it is around the $50 range, but these can be $700, $500, $300. And again, pay for what you get item. I've been surprised that with a cheap shotgun microphone, I've been able to capture some good audio with different types of workout formats. One example that I can give is in a pool teaching a aqua class. Just because you think about that type of format, you're in the pool, you can't be wearing a lavalier microphone in there. So you need something that is directed right at the water. But that's one example right there of where that can fit into your situation of what you're teaching. So lastly, and I'm not going to be using this in our test, but I have this up here, a podcasting microphone, because I have heard people say, oh, well, I have the Blue Yeti. This is a Blue Yeti, but it's a podcasting microphone. You want to get, as I said before, the right tool for the right job. This is a podcasting microphone. You're meant to actually have it reasonably close to your face. Not really accessible for workouts, teaching workouts. You're moving, you're all over the place, and you're not 6 inches away. Can you potentially get away with it? Maybe. Is it recommended? I wouldn't. It really, this one is $100. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd put that in something that you know can work for your class format. So let's get to it. Let's do a couple tests and we'll see what you think. Of course, I have adjusted these for the class or for this purpose of recording this. And when you get yours, you're gonna wanna make sure you play with the levels a little bit so that you know that you're getting quality sound. There is typically a way to adjust it on the microphone, but on the device that you're utilizing. So those are gonna be some things you gotta play with, but let's get to it. Let's do some tests and see what you think. Okay, so I've got the Rode Go on my neckline up here. I do have my other microphone on because I don't want to take it off and put it back on, but I got the Rode Go on here. And again, I have adjusted my volumes prior to using this. So they're kind of in a sweet spot for what we're trying to look at here. So I'm going to move side to side, and you see that no matter where I am, it's going to sound the same. Very similar to the microphone that I was wearing before, because they're both lavalier microphones. It's just the way that the audio goes into the device is where they differ. So this is the Rode Go. You could see if you're moving, you're up and down, pretty much gonna stay the same there. And typically if you've seen other videos with me in them doing tutorials, I have it somewhere disguised. I like to hide it typically, but here it is on my neckline, and it's a great option to check out. You could see audio is pretty good there. Let's check out now the shotgun microphone that I have. Okay, so switched out the microphones now and now have the shotgun microphone. So it's mounted right above the camera, which I'm looking at now. And I'm gonna move side to side, and hopefully you'll hear a little bit of a difference in terms of what it sounds like and potentially how you could utilize it if that's the type of microphone that you want. Proximity is definitely going to be a factor with a shotgun microphone, and also budget. This is on the cheaper end of shotgun microphones, but of course there are ones out there that are more powerful and that are going to give you a better sound than the one that is attached here. Okay, that's it for this little quick video on what microphone should I be using for my online workout class. Before we sign things off here, something to keep in mind is if you're editing videos can really clean up a lot of things. It can really take bad audio and make it a little bit better, but of course you want good audio coming in to start. You can get away with a little bit if you are able to adjust levels or even use some professional audio editing software out there. So keep in mind that those things are out there, but really you want to make sure you get good audio coming in. Good audio only becomes better audio when you're editing. If you like this, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube and let us know what other questions you have out there about ways to make your online classes or your workouts that you're filming better. Until next time, we'll see you.